Hello everybody, and hope all is doing well. Beautiful day today, the sun was out. Hope you got to enjoy some of that. I heard there was a request from a young lady, one of my students, Miss Julia. She was wondering about club defenses not being on our YouTube channel. So I know I'd done it somewhere along the line during these live classes, but I can't recall where it was exactly. So we're going to do a night of club defenses. We're going to go over side clubs 1, 2, and 3, overheads 1, 2, and 3, and the Bearhug club defense. So that's what we're going to work on today, and let's get started, right? So let's bow the flag of our country, bow the masters, bow to each other, step out. Heist! Excellent. So start by doing a little bit of a warm-up, just to get our body moving. I know mine hasn't moved much today. Almost finished my painting project in the house. I think I got another half an hour to finish it up, so I'll be doing that tonight. Jumping jacks. And stop. All right, hold on one second. I gotta. Sorry for the dead air, I apologize. So, lean your head to the right, lean to the left, lean to the right, and to the left, look to your right, look to your left, look right, look left, chin up, down, chin up, and down. Let your head roll side to side. Circle your arms. And back. Forwards. And back. Front and back. And around. So the club defenses we're going to be working with, everybody has them from white belt kids all the way up through our, usually it's probably around, I think blue belt, green belt when they stop. And we start doing other defenses, knives and guns. So this is mostly for like beginners. And switch to the other side. And switch. For my advanced students, you've already heard me say this, I'm sure. But every defense we do, every technique should be able to be a club defense. Checking the storm, battering ram. They can all be club defenses. Push your elbows together. Any technique you can do for one thing should be able to adapt to become a defense against something else. Sometimes it'll require some adaptation. But basically, you should be able to do everything against anything. Very good. Reach down. Let your arms hang. And lean back. And stretch down. Rub your knees. And roll your knees around. Change directions. We're just going to go through a quick stretch today. Just enough to get ourselves moving. We're going to do a big stretch tomorrow's class. Very good. Some windmills. Good. So let's get started with our club defense work, right? So first one is side club 1. One of the basic things, though, I want everyone to get working with is, this is about self-defense, right? This isn't about conquering somebody else. This is about creating an environment that you can escape from and stay as safe as possible. We're not here to stand over somebody's body and beat our chest. That is not the goal in self-defense, right? There are three main ideas in martial arts, right? There's martial arts in and of itself, there's self-defense, and then there's combat martial arts. Our kata work, a lot of that is like the karate, that is the martial arts. It's a framework. Self-defense is a totally different animal than competitive martial arts. Competitive martial arts is about beating somebody. Self-defense is about staying safe and creating an opportunity to escape. And that's what the school's main purpose is about. We're not a competitive school. We are a self-defense school. So our techniques are designed around that in mind. So first and foremost, hands in a defensive posture, right? Hands are going to be out, palms away from you. This is nearly universal when it comes to leave me alone, don't hurt me, don't bother me, stay away from me. This, on the other hand, is pretty universal, saying, I want to fight. The reality is there's not much difference between what you do with your hands like this or like this. If you notice, a lot of my body didn't change, it's just this perception. But it is important to have that perception there. And that perception is about, it lets the person you're working with or dealing with and everybody else around know that you do not want to fight. But it is not much different than this. All it is open and closed. But it is about that perception. And it's this perception you have in your own mind too. I don't want to fight. I want to escape. I want to stay alive. So those are the things we're going to keep in mind. So everything we start here, get back on track, George, is palms out. This is our starting position. I would say that this should be the starting position for almost all of our self-defense. I know we do this, elbow positions. Sometimes we'll start from a fighting guard. I think this is probably one of the better places to start from if you're doing self-defense. If you're doing combative arts, this isn't it. Combative arts, you'd be doing this. Self-defense arts, we're doing this. So we start with our hands up. So it's a safety requirement in our dojo that no one's allowed to swing that stick at you until they see your hands up, which means you're paying attention. And they're paying attention. Everyone's paying attention. So when your hands come up, that's when the person's swinging. So side club 1, strike is coming to your head. And that's mostly what we're going to defend against, head shots, okay? Most clubs, you take a shot on your arms or your body, it's not going to kill you. Shot to your head can. So that's the most important part to protect. So that's all of our defenses are based on that. So we start here, and I'm going to turn on the side position so that we can work together without the mirror image thing happening. So I'm going to step forward with I'm going to turn this way actually, because I'm going to be doing a righty technique. I'm going to step in right and turn, and then double hammer strike the arm. Now if you take a look, remember our octagon work, when we step and we turn? So much of our basics, all the techniques we do are based upon those 5 categories. So it's step, turn to a horse, and double hammer the arm. Grab that stick immediately, and you're going to do a hammer strike to the head. You're holding on to the stick. The hit to the head should help stop them from wanting to continue their attack. I'm going to hit the wrist, take the stick away, and I'm going to use it to push them away. Then I'm going to walk out of there. So from the defensive posture, you move in, get close. That's the scary part, because most people don't want to get hit with the stick. They move back. Guess what? The stick is long. This is a long piece of, you will not be able to move back fast enough to get completely out of the range. You're going to get hit on the arm. The safest bet is to move in. So you're going to move in and double strike. Now both hands are going to move together. When I'm teaching it though, grab and hammer. It's the easiest way to learn it. But the reality is I want to do both at the same time. Take this, push, walk away. I look around, that's side club 1. We're going to do that a few times, and then we'll move on to overhead 1. So from this defensive posture, I move forwards, turn, double hand of the arm. Grab, you're going to have a good imagination for this, people. Hit to the head, take the stick away with the hammer strike. Don't hit the stick, hit their arm. And then push, walk away, look around, say the name, side club 1. We're going to do it 2 more times. Hands in defensive posture, step straight in at the person, turn, hit the arm. Grab, strike to the head, hit the wrist, push, walk away, look around, say the name, side club 1. Now some of you remember doing this technique with a different ending. We change the ending, the world changes. So we have to adapt with the world, right? So we step forwards, double hammer, grab, strike, take, push, walk away, look around, side club 1. Overhead 1. So again, we're going to be working with something coming down on our head. First, I want to step to the side, then I'm going to turn again to that horse stance. As I turn to the horse stance, I'm going to intercept the arm, make a double X block. I'm righty and moving for a right-handed defense, my right hand's on the inside. If you're going to the opposite side, you'd have to change it around. But 70% of the people are right-handed, the attack is probably going to come from the right. So I'm going to step, make an X. When we teach this, it is done with a stop. It should not stop, okay? So you intercept and you keep rotating and let the arm swing by. Your right hand is going to push the stick down. It's either going to go between their legs if their right leg is forwards, or it's going to go past their leg if their left is forwards. Either case, you swing it, take the stick and push. If it's not going between their legs, there's a slightly different ending. It's hard to show without a person. So again, we're going to start with our defensive posture, step, pivot, intercept, and roll. So it's going to just all one motion. Swing down, push, walk away, overhead club 1. Again, so from a defensive posture, step to the corner, turn, X block for interception, roll, swing down, push, walk away, look around, overhead 1. We're going to do that 2 more times, and then we'll move on to another technique. Step, roll, push, walk, look around, say the name, overhead number 1. Last one, step and block as I rotate my body. This is about not stopping it by continuing it on. Also, not blocking the stick. You want to hit at the elbow. You need to get in close so that you can rotate and make things work for you. And then push, walk away, and overhead 1. Those little details aren't as important if you're doing it by yourself. But when you're working with a partner, this wants to get in close, and I want to hit right up in this part of their arm. The closer I get to their hand, the closer that stick gets to my head. And I don't want that to happen. So that's overhead 1. Now side club 2. Side club 2 is a variation of side club 1. It actually starts the very same way. It's going to start the defensive posture, you move in, and it's a double hammer. The difference is my left hand is going to hit their arm like it did before, but instead of this one hitting the arm, I'm going to be closer, and this hit's going to go right to the side of their neck. Then I grab the head, I grab the arm, pull them in. What I tell you young people is stick their face in your armpit. You know, pull them in that close. Their head go right into your armpit. I'm going to turn my right foot, I'm going to move up this way, maybe you can see better. I turn my right foot, I step back, turn, and I throw him to the ground. Now, we do this in Pinion 1 all the time, right? From here, I turn my foot, I step behind, and I turn. That's the Pinion 1, right? We do down block, punch, punch, hit, turn, and there's my turn, there's my throw. So, here's the connection with all of our kata and our self-defense. So from here, I step in, double hammer again, except this will be a little further out, hit the head, pull them in, turn your foot, spin around, and push. I may be getting out of camera view, so I'm going to move back a little bit. I'm going to work from this side, maybe everyone can see it better. So I'm going to step, strike, pull, turn, down to the ground. You can take the stick away from them right here, walk away, and side club 2. This works really good as an escaping technique too. You don't need to grab on. Someone's coming with that side strike. All you need to do is come in and walk away, and it works. As a matter of fact, I had one gentleman here many, many years ago, big man, he was 6'2", I think, weighed about 250 pounds. He swung wild hard at me, and I just moved in, turned. I didn't grab him, didn't do anything. I just moved in, did my turn, and he had so much momentum, he fell to the ground from his own momentum. He was relying on my body stopping, holding his body up when it made contact with me, but it didn't. I wasn't there. So this is a good escaping technique as well. And it gives you the position to run away. So again, we start defensive posture. I move in. I make my block and my strike. Remember, blocks and strikes are the same thing anyways. I pull in, step behind, turn, and I throw the person, walk away. And that's side club 2. Again, from the defensive posture, I move in, strike, pull in, turn my foot, my right foot does this, and my left leg goes behind, I turn, and I throw the person away from me. If they're still got a hold of their arm, I can take the stick away. If not, I'm just going to get out of there. Remember, it's not about conquering the person. It's about being safe. And if you throw them to the ground and you're still standing, you have the advantage to run. So that's what you want to do. So again, from here, move in, strike, pull, turn, throw, walk away. When you start doing all this stuff by yourself a lot, you start to see the connections with your other katas and where other techniques are connected to each other. So practice, practice, practice is really important. Practicing by yourself and with a partner, both very important. So overhead 2. Overhead 2 is a little trickier. There's some hand manipulation work that can get difficult to do without a person. But we are going to do the pieces that are strong, that are big enough in movement, gross body movement, that allows us to do the technique. So again, this is coming straight down in my head. I'm going to step off the line, and I'm going to push their arm away, and I do a ridge hand strike to their neck. So it's going to be a push and a ridge hand. Their arm should be right between my hand and my arm at this point. This is going to pull back. I'm going to grab onto their wrist and arm bar down. And that's sufficient for now. The other part is you pull back to elbow position and you take the stick away. And that's what you want to practice. Once you've got to this point here, pull back to elbow position and then do a tiger mouth. And that actually teaches the right pieces. It's not going to help you until you really work with a partner, though, to make it effective. So again, I'm going to do it on this angle here. I'm going to push and ridge hand strike. And I'm going to lock up their arm with this movement, press down. I pull back to elbow position and push the stick out with a tiger mouth. I can push them down, walk away. That's overhead 2. I'm going to do it from the back side so you can see. It's push, ridge hand, hook, arm bar down. I pull back to elbow position and a tiger mouth push away. Walk away. And that's overhead 2. So let's try that again. I'm facing this direction. so that you can follow with me better. Remember, the stick's coming straight down, and I don't want to hit the stick. I want to use their arm, right? So I'm going to get in close. This should be hitting them right up on the, just below the shoulder, and strike to the neck. Hook the wrist, arm bar down. Pull to elbow position with the tiger mouth out, and walk away, and that's overhead 2. Start with your hands in that defensive posture. Step in, redirect and strike. Hook and lock down. Pull, push, work away. Look around, overhead 2. So we're going to do it 2 more times. And push, ridge hand strike. Now remember, ridge hand's done by doing this with your hand. You put your thumb near your pinky, you keep your fingers tight together. Ridge hand strike. You're hitting with this part of the hand right there. So again, we want you to push, ridge hand strike, hook the wrist, push down, elbow and push away with the tiger mouth, and I'm out. So that's overhead number 2. So side club 3. Side club 3 is a variation of hand of defiance. Except we're not using a hand, we're going to use a forearm strike. And it's going to go right into the neck. So this one isn't really about escaping. It's a more advanced technique, a more intermediate, but it's a higher than these escaping ones. I'm going to step right in and I'm going to strike to their throat with my forearm. I want to use this nice thin piece so it gets up inside and get up underneath a little bit more effectively. So I'm going to block the arm. Hand to defiance would do a palm strike. I'm going to do a forearm strike. I grab on with both hands. I throw a knee. I slide back. I grab the stick. I hit the stick away, push them away, and that's side club 3. So again, from that defensive posture, I'm going to step right in on the person. That's my escape, is to go through them. Right in here, block, hook on, do my knee, fall back, take the stick, push away, walk away, look around, and that's side club 3. So I'm going to try that again. So from my defensive posture, I move in, forearm strike, hook on, knee. My foot's going to come right back here because I want to push back this way. I know hand to defiance, it went back, and we did an elbow. I want to shift back along this arm. I want to grab the stick. That's why I changed my direction here. Hit down, push, walk away. Let's try that again. We'll face this direction. So I'm going to stay facing this way. Block left, forearm with my right, grab on, knee, foot comes straight back. Move back on that angle, hit down, push. So I'm in the back stance when I hit. This lets me use my body weight to hit this way, and then when I push, I shift my body weight forwards on the other leg. So I use more of me to make this technique work. So I'm going to move in, hit, knee, together, disarm, push, walk away, look around. That's side club 3. Overhead 3. Overhead 3 is a lot like combination 3. So combination 3, we get the horse stance and a punch. Well, this is the old 3 where we do a knife hand block. So instead of doing a knife hand block, I'm going to do kind of a upwards knife hand block because the stick is coming down. I'm going to block, grab the arm, and punch them in the body. Then I'm going to punch and hit their arm for an arm break. I take the stick. This is the Zorro technique. Hit 1, hit 2, hit 3. I can push with the end and push them away. So think of Zorro, make a Z. So again, we're going to do that as combination 3 here. We're going to do the knife block, punch. I grab their arm, and I'm going to go from underneath, and I'm going to pop their arm. Take the stick away from them. By sliding down, pull it away through the ribs, through the collarbone, through the leg. You can push, walk away. Side club, overhead 3. One more time. Facing forwards. From here, block, punch, punch, pull the stick out. You're going to use leverage. You're going to start close here, slide to the end of the stick, so it's going to come out, pull down. 1, 2, 3. Make your Z. Push. Walk away. Look around. Overhead 3. I want to keep saying cyclone. Overhead 3. So again, I'm going to try it from the back view. So I'm going to block, strike, hit through the arm, take the stick. 1, 2, 3, push, walk away. So that's cyclone overhead. Here it is again. That's overhead 3. So the last one in the list of club defenses is a bear hug club. Now, I don't know how often someone's going to do something like that, but it's just another way of teaching some movements that can be applied to a lot of different scenarios. So, someone's got the stick, and they're holding you. They're behind you. They're holding the stick against your arms like this. I'm going to put I'm a righty, so I put my right hand on top. I put my left hand underneath. I'm going to bump my hips back. That's going to help create space. And here I do that pinion turn thing again, and I'm going to go underneath and push. So, if you got the stick, it's against your chest. Right hand's on top, left hand's on the bottom. So this is going to give me a push and a pull. Like this. I bump back, I shoot my hip out, step behind, and I twist. It's just going to be a rolling pattern to get out of there. And that's bear hug club defense. So if someone just comes around and they put the stick around you, they pull you in. Again, it's just a technique that I learned a long time ago, but I like some of the principles that we're working with. So it's always that push-pull. I like that, right? And creating that off balance. So I'm going to just bump back and shoot my hip out this way. And then I'm going to circle underneath. So again, on top, underneath, bump back, turn your hips, circle underneath. One more time, we'll do it without a stick if you don't have a stick, right? So this one's on top, this one's underneath. I pump back, turn, and push. 1, 2, bump, turn, go underneath, push, walk away, bear hug club defense. So, that covers all of our club defenses. I hope that helps, Miss Julia. So have fun with those. I will be putting this one up, listed specifically as club defenses on the YouTube channel, so you can refer back to this particular class as club defenses. It won't have a date on it. It won't be a class. It's going to be part of the curriculum syllabus, like we have so many other katas and stuff. Those of you who are watching, if you want get special requests, just send me a message. I'll see what I can do about it. All right? Hopefully in another week and a half, we'll start doing things semi-normal again, okay? I'm working on a plan to get things going again. It's going to start off doing private classes with everybody, one at a time. We'll do that for a couple of weeks. Then we'll start introducing into small group classes, no contact, no equipment use for a couple of weeks. After that, if things are going well, then we'll start working with the kick bags and some of the equipment that will keep sanitized and will keep clean with no contact still. And hopefully somewhere by, middle, late June, we can start working with partners. We'll see what happens. Everything is in flux here. But that is my game plan to start, is with private classes with everybody who's a current student, and then move on to some small group classes, and then move on to start incorporating more of what we used to do. So I will send out an email once I've got things in place. That email will probably go out somewhere at the end of April, probably April 30th. So next next Thursday I'll send it out. I'll have a better idea of what's going on in our part of the world. All right, well, I thank you all very much. Let's take a finish. So let's bow the flag, bow the masters, bow each other, step out. Hey! And I thank you all very much. Have yourself a great day.